Hello. In this week's Torah portion, Yitro, God gives the Torah to the Israelites. Here's the preamble. ומשה עלה את האלוקים ויקרא אליו מן ההר לאמור. כה תאמר לבית יעקב ותגד לבני ישראל. Which means, and Moses went up to God, and the Lord called to him from the mountain, saying, Thus shall you say to the house of Jacob, and declare to the children of Israel. Unquote. Why the repetition? Isn't the house of Jacob the same as the children of Israel? Well, we are taught that nothing in the Torah is superfluous, so there must be a reason for the repetition. The Talmud explains that the house of Jacob, Bet Yaakov, refers only to the women, because they are in charge of the house, and the children of Israel refers only to the men. Indeed, a man's wife was frequently referred to as his house. The Mishnah says simply, quote, his house means his wife, unquote. The Talmud adds, Rabbi Yosei said, I have never called my wife, but rather my home, unquote. The Midrash expounds on this point. Quote, Rabbi Pinchas said, on the eve of Shabbat, the Israelites stood at Mount Sinai with the men and the women apart. God said to Moses, Go, speak to the daughters of Israel and ask them whether they wish to receive the Torah. Why would the women ask first? Because it is the way of men to follow the opinions of women. As it is said, Thus shall you say to the house of Jacob, These are the women, and declare to the children of Israel, These are the men. They all replied as with one mouth, All that the Lord has spoken we will do and we will listen. Unquote. Another Midrash states, Why did God tell Moses to teach the women first? Because they are prompt in fulfilling the commandments. Also, so they should guide their children along the path of the Torah. Rabbi Tachlifa of Caesarea said, The Holy One, blessed be He, said, When I created the world, I only commanded Adam, the first person. Afterwards, Eve too was commanded, and the result was that she transgressed and upset the world. So, if I do not now call out to the women first, they will nullify the Torah, unquote. This means, if the women go second, they will be inclined to think the commandments are really for men, and be lax about their observance, and their husbands will follow them. So I'd better go to the women first. Rabbeinu Bachya, from 11th century Spain, notes the difference in the words God uses. God directs Moses to say, Tomar, to the women, which is a soft form of speech, and declare, Taged, to the men, which is a stronger form of speech, implying firmness, even harshness. Moses was to express the commandments to the women in a manner suited to their compassionate and maternal nature, but to the men in a somewhat intimidating manner. Women set the tone of the home, and they are the ones responsible to inculcate the love of Torah in their children, a task to which their loving nature is best suited. Rashi, from 11th century France, reinforces that point. God began by saying, Thus. When the Torah says thus, it means in this word, in these words, and in this order. Say to the house of Jacob means the women. Speak to them first and gently. Declare to the children of Israel means the men. Explain the punishments and the details to them. Declare to them things that are as bitter as wormwood. This is a play on words. The word for declare, taged, has the same root as wormwood, gidin. The Maharsha from 17th century Poland says that this verse should be understood as, Thus shall you say to the house of Jacob, that is the women, so they can in turn declare to the children of Israel, that is her own children. So it means that God wanted to inspire the women to be zealous in transmitting Torah to their children. Women distinguish themselves in three ways in the Torah. First, they did not complain to God. Only the men complained. The Torah says, quote, Why has the Lord brought us to this land to fall by the sword, so that our wives and our children can be a prey? And they said to one another, Let us appoint a leader to return us to Egypt. Unquote. our wives and our children, indicates that only the men were talking. Second, the women were not a party to the sin of the golden calf. The Midrash says, quote, "In that generation, women would repair what men tore down. When Aaron said, 'Take off your golden earrings to make the golden calf,' the women refused and protested. They did not participate in making the golden calf." Third, the women were particularly cheerful in celebrating the Exodus. The Torah says, quote, "Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a tambourine in her hands, and all the women went after her with tambourines dancing. And Miriam answered them, 'Sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously.'" Unquote. So we conclude that the message is, it is women who are really in charge of keeping Judaism alive. Shabbat Shalom.